see a bunch of these just GM. What's the word I'm looking for?
Questions?
Sure.
Challenge?
Advice.
Q&A?
Advice is what I was looking for. For Dale and Cameron, how do I encourage my players to be more proactive in my campaign?
Reward them when they are, and punish them when they're not.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like small children.
you can also
Except, not as good.
you can
dragons.
also tell them, right?
Yeah,
Like
yes.
establish expectations before your game as to what you as a GM want to do and what you expect of your players. That way, everyone knows what they're getting into and what parameters they should be trying to work within.
Yeah.
I've told, when I've done my improv for role players thing, I've always told DMs that it's like you need to encourage them to get into trouble. And, I mean, yeah, you covered that, where it's like reward them when they actually take chances.
Right.
Yeah. Like, and what I love what you do at the table is you're like, I'm going to need a decision. Like, when you say that,
Yeah.
it crystallizes for me the fact that you're right, I'm spending too much time gaming outside of this, I need to make a decision. And that's really just good too, is to just say like, I need you to make a decision, and just let them, the first thing you come up with is just, it's fine. They're not going to die.
Yeah, I mean,
Right?
you can
Right?
also put it to one player.
Right.
You can engineer situations where you have an NPC who's speaking with one player and being like, I need you to make a call here as to what you are going to do. Because you are the leader of your party, clearly.
Or the person the demon is addressing. Or,
Yeah. So that can break deadlocks where players very naturally want to reach consensus, usually. At least the groups I've been in. Players seek consensus. They don't want to step on each other. So if you can nominate one person in a scenario to be like, you have to do it. This is you.
And,
Oh, go ahead.
and make failure interesting. Because people are afraid of failure, but if failure is a yes and somehow,
Yeah.
I'm also sitting on the couch with 3 people who have gamed with me, and I know I've probably killed all 3 of them.
I mean, I find like as a player, I find that I'm always it always takes me a little bit to sort of bypass there's always that like role playing versus sort of role playing versus kind of like having fun, I guess you would sort of say. Like, if it was me in this role, I would not go on an adventure because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Right.
And so you have to sort of get into this mindset of like, okay, you're already way past what you personally would do.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you trying to be a little bit more, not outside your comfort zone, but sort of more
Adventurous.
more adventurous, and more trying to sort of get into the mindset of what this character would do, as opposed to what you would do personally, which I find, for me anyway, can take a while to sort of get into the feel of a particular character. But it's a lot of fun when it actually starts working.
We had one of my favorite stories to tell when I was playing 4th edition was, as a goof, we all said that our party was going to have a slumber party. Because we're staying at a wizard's house overnight, and he's like, you can use the guest house. We're like, yeah, let's get to the cask overflowing ale, like that kind of stuff, right? And when we said, let's have a slumber party, this, and somebody said pillow fight, and somebody else yelled, roll for initiative. And we spent the next 2.5 hours having a pillow fight. Like, it was great, and we were like using every healing potion and blowing with just fighting each other, right? And the DM,
What did you put in those pillows?
well, it was basically every weapon we already had was now there was a pillow version of it. So if you had, Ian carried an invisible axe, so he had an invisible pillow.
Invisible pillow axe.
So but the thing was, our DM was like, yeah, okay. I mean, I had plans for things we could do, but you guys want to just beat the hell out of each other, so why don't I let you do it? And we made the stakes. We as players decided the stakes was whoever wins the pillow fight gets to be de facto leader of the party. No talkbacks for 24 hours. And that made it like real, and we had a great time doing it. And he was just like, "I'll just let you do that because why not?"
Right.
Yeah.
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 I like you are our king via pillow fight.
Yeah. Ian won.
Well, I mean, he did have an invisible pillow axe.
I almost won. I came so close.
I was playing in a game where we beat a monster, and so the DM is rolling up treasure, and he rolls, and writes something down, rolls again, writes something down, rolls, rolls again, rolls again. You find a staff of the Archmage, and I'm like, breathes heavily. .gif, right? Because we're like 4th level or something, and he's just like, bust it. All right. You find this
See what
thing. It's
happens.
level 17th. It's a level whatever item,
Am I
right? It's
able
way
to
above our.
lift it?
Yeah, and I'm like, and the monk's like, oh, I could use a new stick, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, wait, because I'm playing the wizard, right? And it's like you find this thing that is a mistake, clearly, but there's like a 1 in a million chance you hit it off that treasure pile, and this is something that is made by a powerful wizard, and will be sought after by other powerful wizards, small nation states, and large organizations, right?
Yeah, I feel like that becomes the plot.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
it's
I'm like,
more dangerous to
I-
be having it rather than not having it.
Yeah.
I have 11 hit points, right? And it's like that cat breathing heavily, and then also Ralph Wiggum. I'm in danger.
It's something that I've thought about when playing on Dice Friends. In fact, was that it's like, don't do what would be best for the continued health of my character, like the continued health of making sure that we can do out. It's like, what would be best for the audience? What would they enjoy the most? And I feel like if as a DM, if you said to your players, imagine that you're streaming this online and there's 1,000 people watching you and you're entertaining them, make decisions that they'll love. Make decisions like you're entertaining 1,000 people, like you're turning this into an amazing story. Because if it's just a boring story, no one cares. But if it's an amazing story, then it's a story you can tell again over and over. And then at that point, the players will start doing ridiculous stuff. And as a DM, I guess that makes it easy.
Yeah. I did have a few tricks that you guys proved to me are not always going to work.
We're,
We're the exception.
You ever need a beta test something? This is the place to do it.
There's an amazing door. It's been boarded up. There's gold fluid leaking underneath it. And in 7 languages, there are signs, do not open.
Okay.
Guess we should leave that alone.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
open it
That's
then.
probably a
Let's
good
move on.
reason.
Yeah. I mean, clearly, 7 different people thought it was a bad idea to open it. So
Yeah,
And they all
whereas
didn't
you would have.
understand each other's languages for some reason.
Yeah, and I imagine you have other people who would be like, we should take this door and sell it to a museum. This is a really valuable, like, Rosetta Stone-like artifact.
It's like somebody took their whole Saturday to seal this thing up. Who might argue?
all right. I've got some